ho ho! It's VeChain Santa with a bag of dough. Look at this beauty go! That was not intended, but hey, it worked out. That was a good rhyme. But alright guys, today we are going to be covering VeChain, and I have one more fresh target for you. So if you want to know more about that, stick around. Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango. And hello my good people, welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a quick analysis on VeChain. I do have some fresh targets for you guys because as things have unfolded on this chart from the last time I spoke to you guys about it, VeChain has made a beautiful move to the upside, and as this day unfolds, we are seeing this move even further. Right now, I'm not going to get ahead of myself over here. We're going to first start off with the Mango dashboard and then get on over to the charts. That way I can give you my read on price action and the targets. Cool beans. So now getting on over to the dashboard. And here we are, Mango dashboard on the daily time frame. Actually, speaking of the dashboard, I did wrap up a video on BNB just today. I literally just published it, so if you're also interested in BNB, you have an open trade, or you want to get in a trade on BNB, I definitely suggest going ahead and checking that video out. I will link it above as well as in the description below. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of opportunities, so yeah, eyes peeled on the charts. Cool. So now VeChain on the daily time frame. As you can see, this flip long, I'm actually going to get on over to the 4-hour time frame, okay? Because as I'd mentioned, we did get out of that consolidation, right? The consolidation that we were in my last video with you guys. We did see that break that I was anticipating. Now, VeChain USDT on the 4-hour time frame did give us a long trend change, right? This is a bullish trend change. And if you caught a trade based on the Mango dashboard, okay? Now, this came in 12 hours ago. If you got a trade on this, you are already up a good 15% in 12 hours. 15%. Okay. VeChain BTC, guys, also gave us a bullish long trend change, which came in 8 hours ago. And if you caught a trade based on this, you are up 7.41%. Okay, this is to say that VeChain trend did flip long a good 12 hours ago. All right, so it's giving us these additional sort of tip-offs. Now, when I covered Binance, the BNB coin, just earlier today, I noticed that the trend on the 4-hour time frame is still neutral. Okay, so, and with the way things are sort of unfolding on that chart, I think that's about to flip. So definitely worth checking out BNB. Now, getting on over to the charts, I see, I mean, like I said, there's not much to dissect here because we did see that break, right? Now, for those of you who lost positions on your VeChain trade, this is what I keep, Sean and I actually, we keep on harping about the same thing. Zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. If you feel like you are, you're scared of your position, if you feel like you're not getting sleep, and if the smallest price moves, really shake you out and it's able to bring out those really crappy emotions when you're trading, there's a good chance that you are overpositioned. Okay, so check yourself if you are in that mental state. If you feel like you can't sit through the down moves, you're either doing one of two things. You're concentrating way too much on the lower time frames. I'm talking about like the 1-hour time frame. Let's go on to that very, very quickly. When you see something like this and you see a breakdown, I mean, it's hard to not get emotional when you're seeing price just freaking fall as you're sitting in the trade, right? But now the same sort of price action on, say, the daily time frame, let's go and switch on to that, was this. Okay, compared to all of this, but you're not seeing this on your view right now. When you're on the 1-hour time frame, you can't see these moves, right? You can't see that macro uptrend that VeChain has been in. And that's why Sean and I, we keep encouraging you guys to get on over to the higher time frames. It is easier to play the higher time frames. In fact, if you are new to the world of trading, you need to stick to the higher time frames. That is the best sort of way to learn how to trade. Okay, now VeChain has broken out of its resistance that I had last mentioned, which came in at 15 cents. We had a very, very clear candle body close over that region. Allow me to just zoom into that. Okay, so we broke out of this consolidation that we put here, right? We had a swift move to the upside, closing over 15 cents, and now we're seeing that immediate continuation to the upside. But now, real question is, where to from here, Krisha? So now I'm just going to zoom out of my charts. Let's get a drum roll, please, and boom! Alrighty, fresh targets. Cool beans. Now, the way I see this sort of playing out, okay, especially with what price is doing right now, the fact that we're even hovering over 16 cents is telling me that the next major target on this chart is going to come in at 18 cents. Okay, now to get a real tell on this chart, I'm going to put on my 10 SMA, switch on over to that 4-hour time frame. Okay, and as you can see, I'm going to zoom into this. The 4-hour candle closed over 16 cents, and this is essentially what I personally was looking for. A candle close over 16 cents was tipping me off on continuation to the upside, so I am going to be expecting the next major play to be at 18 cents. From where price is at right now to that 18 cent region, that's going to be a good 7 to 8% to the upside. Okay, now as soon as price starts closing over this 18 cent region, then the next region of contention for VeChain is only going to come in at 20 cents. Now this, guys, marks the midpoint. While we do get over 18 cents, you guys need to understand that VeChain would essentially be penetrating a new price zone. Okay, now the major points of this price zone is going to be from 18 cents going all the way up to that next target, which is at 22 cents. Okay, the 20 cent region is merely just the midpoint. Okay, after 18 cents, the next major one is 22. From where price is at currently, actually, you know what? I'm going to be a little more reasonable. Okay, from 18 cents to 22, that is going to be a good 21% to the upside, another 21 to the upside. But of course, this is going to be contingent on us actually closing over 18. That's the first stop I'll be looking for. Okay, I want to see those nice candle body closes over 18 to tip me off on additional moves to the upside. VeChain so far, guys, looking freaking spectacular. Let's also go ahead and put on the Mango Dynamic. And I'm telling you, the dynamic has just been on point. Sean's been very hard on me. He's like, Krisha, you can't just use the dynamic. And I get it. I mean, the thing is that when you're used to conducting your TA, there are a lot of times, I kid you not, I'll just look at a chart on bird's eye view and I'll be able to tell you if it's bullish or bearish. Just right off the bat, I'm like, okay, this is a horizontal, this is where it's at, this is what it needs to break, and this is where it goes from. So sometimes all of these things come intuitively, and that's why when I see the dynamic, it's like all of these things just come together in my head. I'm like, this is a break, I'm taking the trade, right? And notice what happened here with the dynamic. It's a classic play. Now, I usually wait for resistance to break, dynamic is green, I'm in. Done. Over. Okay, so it's been working well, but please note that I have other things going on in my head when I'm looking at a chart. I am looking at those candles, I'm seeing the resistance right off the bat, the resistance that has now turned into support. So these are all mental models that come together. Now, for those of you in the Mango Seed program, you guys are going to get to this level. Just focus on understanding those foundations, and you too will be able to look at a chart and you get all these mental models that come together, and you're able to tell whether, okay, this is bullish, bearish, or are we going to be in a prolonged consolidation. Okay, so so far, guys, VeChain looking freaking phenomenal. I'm saying 18 cents next. This is actually going right now as we speak. Okay, 18 cents. I see 4-hour candle body closes. 4 to 12-hour candle body closes over 18 cents is going to tip me off on further continuation. First stop, 20 at the midpoint. Next stop, as soon as we start getting over 20 cents. And I want to see the same thing that happened here. Notice what happened to price along the midpoint here. We closed over that midpoint, and it's only because of that close we're seeing that continuation to the upside. The bulls want to take this guy up, right? Now, as soon as we start getting up to this region right here at around 20 cents, I will be looking for similar price action, okay? Bulls closing over that region on the 4-hour time frame and the 12-hour time frame is going to tip me off on continuation to 22 cents. Alrighty, so this is looking good. VeChain wants to move up even further. Now let's get on to VeChain BTC very quickly. Gonna get onto Binance charts, weekly time frame. Alright, fix my scale, clear my chart. This is messy as hell. Krisha, get your act together, girl. Alrighty. Okay, so I have a pattern here, clearly. What do you know? What do you know? And this is why TA trumps everything else. Like, I still do not know what VeChain is about. Believe me, when I say it. I do not know what Cardano does. I don't know what VeChain does. And it's the TA, honestly, that prints the charts. If you are too focused on the fundamentals and you're looking at the news and you're letting your biases take over, you would have missed trades like XRP that usually garners a lot of hate for absolutely no reason, and a trade like VeChain on which you do not understand the underlying fundamentals. Learn to read the charts, and the chart will tell you the fundamentals, okay? Now, as things have unfolded on VeChain BTC, this has had that absolutely beautiful break on that beautiful cup and handle, okay? The measured move to which I already have the measured move plotted out, and this line right here was the measured move. This would essentially take VeChain all the way up to, let me fix my scale. All right, 362 sats. Okay, from where price is at right now to 362, that is going to be another good 34%. But this is going to be contingent on us actually getting up to this next region of resistance that I had drawn out for you in my last video. Now, this is extrapolated from historic price action along this range right here. I'm actually also going to go ahead and mark out these candle body closes. Okay, so this is more like a range. So I'll be looking for price to close over this wick high right here in order to anticipate further continuation to the upside. Okay, so this is going to be one zone of contention. Could we see consolidation here? Sure. I think because of how bullish that VeChain USD chart is, okay, while we may see consolidation, I am going to be expecting that weekly macro structure to hold. If we start seeing consolidation here on VeChain BTC, this is essentially going to tip me off on Bitcoin moving. Because remember what this chart really paints out for you, okay? You're comparing VeChain to BTC, both of which are in a bull run of their own. Okay, Bitcoin too is moving to the upside. This chart is essentially telling you which one is the fastest horse between the two. Okay, you're betting on the fastest horse. Now, we're seeing resistance here at around 271, okay, 271 sats. Could we break? Of course we could break. Look at the momentum on this, right? But we'll have to sort of wait to see how the bulls react on this region. Are they willing to take it up further, or will the bears step in here? Okay, if I start seeing candle body closes over this region, I'm saying up we go. The first region of contention is going to come in at these highs right here. I'm going to mark that out as well. Okay, at 323 sats. And then if we start closing over that, then onward to 362. All right, it's going to be an if this, then that. But what happens? And I know that a lot of people don't like the if this, then that hypothesis that Mango usually goes off of. But guys, if you're here looking for calls, you are already on the wrong channel. Okay, there are a lot of channels out there that will give you the calls that you want. They'll tell you when they're getting in, but they'll never tell you when they're getting out. All right, and you're just left there bag hodling. And so we don't do that here, right? I'm going to give you certain regions that I'm looking at, and everything is contingent on certain price action taking place on the chart. So if we start living over this region right here at 271, continuation then. If we start getting rejected off of this region, then I'll likely be looking for consolidation on those lower time frames. Alrighty. For now, I think VeChain is looking bloody bullish. Let me know what your thoughts are on this chart. I would love to know anything about the fundamentals. If you have any fundamental news on VeChain, or if you know what VeChain does, definitely mention it in the comments section below. I'm always open to learning. That's what we're about at Mango. Learning, learning, learning. We all grow together, right? And yeah, with this, guys, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the Mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.